office of a national brokerage firm. You've recently returned to Sacramento, to your hometown, and you're surrounded by your friends and your family. You have your dream job. You've joined one of the great teams in your profession, and every day is a new and exciting experience as you meet new clients and work on new deals. Imagine at the same time that just 2 months ago, you asked that very special someone in your life if she would marry you, and she said yes. Everything in your life is great as you begin planning your wedding and your life together. Except, you don't feel right. You've lost some energy, so you decide to go see your doctor. You test after test, doctor after doctor. 6 months later, you finally get a diagnosis. You have a rare form of stage 4 kidney disease. Unfortunately, because of your rare blood type, there's an 8-year wait for a kidney transplant. You can live for a while on dialysis, but dialysis will not keep you alive for 8 years. Your only hope of living is to get a kidney transplant. You discuss it with your family and certain friends. And many of your family begin going through the test to see if any of them are a match as a kidney donor. Your wedding is getting closer, and you're trying to do your job without most of your coworkers knowing. By your wedding day, you've lost so much energy that you're not sure you can get through it. But you do, and you go back to work, and you continue doing your job. Finally, the last person on your family's list of possible donors gets tested, your mother. And unfortunately, like all of your other family members, she's not a match for a transplant. You've now begun dialysis. You're going 3 days a week, 4 hours a day. You're now continuing to try and take care of your clients. At work, you've become friends with one of the research assistants. You attended his wedding only a week after yours. You both attended Jesuit high school, although 8 years apart. You shared your medical condition with him. When you tell him that your last best hope, your mother, is not a match, this 24-year-old research assistant in your firm says that he wants to go get tested just in case. The tests are extensive and take weeks, and you don't hear a thing. Then one day, after you've finished your daily dialysis, you're sitting in your cubicle, and your buddy sticks his head around the corner and says, I quote, "I'm cleared, I can do it whenever you want." Excuse me, I had Kevin Partington disease. I cry at everything. Well, that's the kind of young man to whom I'm handing this award this evening. One who gave one of his kidneys to a buddy and a coworker because he felt it was the right thing to do. Last December, after 1.5 years of life-threatening kidney disease and you not knowing how long you would live, you received a life-saving kidney from your friend who continues to consider it as no big deal and who I'm sure tonight would not want all of this attention. At Jesuit high school, they teach you the philosophy that live your life to be a man for others, and that is what is engraved on our award this evening. In conjunction with this award, we're pleased to donate $5,000 to the National Kidney Foundation in our recipient's name. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in congratulating this year's Humanitarian Award winner, a research assistant at Jones Lang LaSalle, Elliot Williams.
everybody doing tonight? Probably a hell of a lot better than I'm doing right now. Chuck's right. This is not an award that I would have asked for, nor is it something I think that I deserve, but I am very appreciative for the nomination from the entire committee, so thank you for that. What I would like to focus on tonight is, the cause and the importance of being involved with something that really so few people know about. IgA nephropathy, as Chuck mentioned, is an autoimmune disease. It is, IgA is a hormone that your body produces to cleanse your blood of all the toxins that our bodies take in, proteins, etc. When you have this disease, you produce too much of it and actually harmfully impacts or destroys your kidneys over time. Some people are lucky enough to have the disease go into remission. Meanwhile, others can enter, kidney failure over time, and treatment is their only option. I brought a couple facts with me just to make those of you who aren't aware a little bit more informed of the problem that is at stake and kind of what is, the call that faces all of us. There are 117,000 people waiting for a kidney in this country. There are 6,000 transplants a year. Meanwhile, 2,000 people a month add their names to the transplant waiting list. That's a 5% success rate if your name is on that list. Upwards of 19 years you would have to wait for a kidney. As a donor, like I said, I don't think it's that big of a deal. You have two, you need one. So, that's really all I have to say. I mean, I can continue to sit up here and talk, but just, all I can do is ask you to, think to yourself, if you were in someone else's shoes, what would you do? For me, it was a no-brainer, but I understand it's a very difficult decision for anyone to make. But there are other ways you can get involved. You can donate your time, you can donate your resources, whether it's your money, whatever it is. Not to plug that at all, but there are people out there, that could really use assistance. I'm sitting talking to my recipient, reflecting on everything that's happened. He's still going in for tests. Kidney transplant is not a cure. It is a treatment, just like dialysis, but it happens to be a treatment that gives you your life back, and prolongs your quality of life. So, in all regards, it's a good thing. But he's telling me that he still goes in for tests, and the UC Davis Transplant Center is completely impacted. They don't have enough resources to treat all the people that they need to treat. So whatever can be done to help people in need, I think is a positive thing. And with that, I'll end, but I want to say thank you very much, and thank you.
I want to say two things that Elliot did not say. One is that if you get a kidney transplant, when you're waiting for 8 years, you generally get a kidney from a cadaver. And that gives you a life expectancy of about 5 additional years before you need another kidney transplant. Where you get it from a live donor, it's about 25 years. So the recipient's life has been extended probably 25 years before they'll need another one. The other thing is, I'm going to tell you something about Elliot, his family. His father-in-law, his sister-in-law had the exact same disease, and his father-in-law gave his kidney to his sister-in-law. So, quite a family.
Thank you very much, Chuck, as always, and congratulations, Elliot.